Okay, so now we have the write statement, and it's going to write out the error code to the screen if there is an error. Well, the next thing we want to do is to be able to write out to the screen the amount in words that the function module will return to us. So why don't we change this into an else statement? We can say the amount in words is and then we just need to output the variable that's returned to us. Now in this case, the variable that the function module returns is in words, and we see that we've got an equal sign. Well, we need to assign our own variable right here. So let's use one called result. Now of course we have to define result. So I'm just going to save the program, do some forward navigation to see how in words is actually defined in the function module. So we can see here it's defined by using the like statement and referring to spell. And you can see spell is actually a structure, and it's made up of all these individual fields. So we can do exactly the same. So back in our code, let's define result like spell. And if we double click spell, oops, oh, looks like I 3-clicked. It takes us to the structure, and we can see that our reference is working fine in the program. So now we can uncomment in words, which means when the function module executes successfully, in words will be transferred to our result variable, which is a structure, and we can output it when the subrc return code is 0. Now we need to ensure importing is still there, because we're going to be importing the inwords variable and assigning it to result. And also, because result is a structure, the write statement will probably not be able to write out result. It'll probably not be able to do automatic conversion, because I remember looking at the structure, it had a mix of data types in it. So I'm just going to save the code. If we have a look at spell, which our result structure is based on, here you can see we have numc, integers and characters all mixed in. So in this case, I think we should get syntax errors. Let's have a look. Result cannot be converted. Yep. So if you remember, when we tested our function module, let's go back in and test it. Give it any old number to work with. What actually gets returned is, it's like a whole record made up of individual fields. So we have number, decimal, currency, and then word. And word is quite large. If we carry on, another field called DEC word, and then some more, actually breaking the words up into individual fields themselves. So we are getting returned a lot more than just a piece of text. So we have to cater for that. So I'll step back to the program. And if we look at the structure of spell again, the piece of text we're really interested in is the one that gets assigned to the field word. So that's what we need to write out in our write statement. So back down, where we have result, all we need to do is reference the field inside the structure. And there's one more glaring mistake, or just something I forgot to do. And that's we need to feed in the amount that we're going to fill in on the selection screen. So on the selection screen, we're using the variable mynum. So that's what we need to put here. M-Y-N-U-M. Now I think that should just about do it. Let's activate, and then we'll test it out. So we'll use 46,791. And we get the amount is 46,791. We have success. So there you go. That's how you call a function module. It's quite straightforward. And what I would advise is always use the pattern function inside the ABAP editor, because it gives you all the variables to work with automatically. Now from here, you should be able to use any function module that is inside SAP. And just by having so many function modules available to you, you should be able to just more or less copy how existing function modules are set up and create your own.